The cost of selling your home may not be what you have in mind when you're ready to put your home on the market. While you think the home sale will be all profit, you have to remember that selling a home costs money too. Sometimes lots of money. Here are some hidden expenses sellers can't afford to ignore. Expense number 1, repairing the house costs add up. If you've let your home's maintenance lapse, you may need to hire a handyman or a general contractor, depending on the nature of the work, to get your property ready to put on the market. This is not the time to cut corners. If you cheap out, buyers are going to catch shoddy repairs during the home inspection, and you'll wind up paying more money than if you had used a good handyman the first time. In terms of making major repairs, you're probably better off lowering the listing price or giving the buyer a credit at closing instead of doing the work yourself. Replacing a roof, for example, costs an average of $20,142, but offers only $14,446 resale value, meaning you'll recoup only 72% of the cost. Number 2, professional photographs don't come cheap. 4 in 10 home buyers start their search by looking at properties online, and photos are overwhelmingly viewed first. So, if you want to make a good first impression, it's worth paying a professional photographer. While the cost varies by area and the size of your property, you can expect to pay $500 to $1,000 to find a photographer in your area. Number 3, landscaping. Curb appeal is what gets buyers in the door, and improving your landscaping can raise your home's value by up to 12%. While prices vary, the average cost of a full-on landscaping job, flower beds, plants, trees, is around $3,200, according to HomeAdvisor. That said, you can save on these costs by doing at least some of the work yourself. Number 4, closing costs. Closing costs will likely be your second biggest expense behind commission fees. You can expect to spend roughly 2% of your home sale price. The buyer typically chooses the closing company, and closing costs tend to be fixed, including transfer tax, mortgage processing fees, escrow fees, and notary fees. You'll also pay at closing any outstanding property taxes, a prorated share of the water and sewage bills, depending when you sell, and the remainder of your mortgage. Keep in mind, if you hire a real estate attorney to oversee your side of the transaction, it's worth shopping around to compare rates. You might also be able to avoid a $100 to $200 reissue fee for the title search if you can provide a copy of your policy.